one of the city's most notorious gangs.
Critical Thinkers Podcast.
So crack all my life, ever since I was 11 years old. While the other young boy was trying to, in the park, playing football or baseball, I was on the streets getting money.
They label us a gang for coming together for something positive, for a movement to help the people. I mean, I know where I stand. I know I'm not a part of no gang.
We don't have no colors. A lot of my friends, they like to represent their Haitian flag that represent their country.
I like to extend high honors to the ancestors. Those ancestors being the ancestors of the Nile Valley that were responsible for some of the greatest civilizations that the world have ever witnessed. Those civilizations were predicated on the principles of Ma'at, which we define as truth, order, and righteousness.
Well, over here, critical thinkers, the truth don't need no support. God made Haitians, or the Haiti made Zoe. Want to welcome y'all to another episode of Critical Thinkers. Y'all know me and my dog slogan over here, the truth don't need no support. And y'all know what the OG Kenny K always say. God made Haitians, but little Haiti made Zoes. And we can stand on that. Just gotta say to the people jump before we get into this podcast, my brother.
Man, first thing I like to say, man, this is another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Yes, sir.
It's your main man, Junkie Jump. Once again, right back at y'all. Y'all know what it is. Little Haiti, soldier. I'm always shout out Little Haiti first, because just like Kitty K say, I just say it another way. Little Haiti raised me, and mama made me.
Hello.
You feel me? We are the ones that sit here now and then. Y'all see us representing that little Haiti shit. Kenny K, what's really going on in social media these days? It look like the social media streets is outdoing the real world streets.
No, it's the same. But I realized by social media in the real world, it's real.
Yeah.
But in social media,
it is the real world.
It's just a little more realer because anybody got an opinion now. So
Right.
The social media world gives a voice to the people who didn't have a voice.
Yes.
So it's kind of crazy. And the social media have a reason for going crazy because the people on social media give them a reason to go crazy. Because the social media, the world to me, Jump, is upside down.
Right.
The world done spun so much. We live in a whole different type of generation where we live in a world where perception is more important than reality.
Right.
That's a dangerous place to be in.
Right.
Where when your perception is more important than reality.
Right. And now, since you're speaking about perception versus reality, you know, it seems to be like some confusion going on right here in our camp. Because like I told you on the last video, I've been looking at the comments and we've been disregarding all of our followers and subscribers on questions that they've been asking. Because, you know, Ali Ho Adams gave the world a false perception and a false reality of who Zoe Pound is. And here it is, thanks to us right here at Critical Thinkers Podcast, we was able to counter that and put Ali ass to sleep, right? And everybody, they loving that, right? Little Haiti soldier. We stood up for what we supposed to stood up for because we don't want to put that work in. That belt don't know nothing about who we are. We allow him to come around and like they always say, you give a motherfucker an inch,
Take a
and they
mile.
try to take a mile. And that's what happened with that. But let's don't get too much off topic because we was talking about the perception and the reality. People in the comments been telling me, even the guys that I've been seeing that I fuck with, they like, yo man, what's going on, man? You know, we was waiting for a whole lot. We was waiting to receive a whole lot right there at Critical Thinkers Podcast. Y'all even talked about a whole lot. And we not seeing faces and people that we thought was supposed to be there. And we hearing a lot of things out here that y'all ain't talking about. And y'all promise to give us the truth. So, since we talked about perception and reality, later on up in this video, we gonna go ahead and start digging deep. Also, we gotta get our interview game on point. They want you to start interviewing either them or bring them some people that's gonna interview us, or we gonna interview them. and it's nothing but fair as we grow right here at Critical Thinkers Podcast. We told them we're going to have a whole lot for them. We told them we're going to let them know about everything that's going on internally and externally. So this one might be a good one, y'all. I don't know. You know, we might expose some, explicit stuff. But anyway, what you got for them right here on Critical Thinkers Podcast as far as social media go, like we know, the busy streets, Turk and BG. First of all, let me just open that up.
Our brothers.
And I'll let you elaborate.
Our brothers.
All right. Turk and BG, y'all, is sort of kind of like Zoe Pound, the real Zoe Pound, which is us, right? Not the fake Ali Ho Adams, who don't have no history with the Cash Money brothers, but a bunch of lies about what he did to Wayne, which we know is falsehood. We, the real ZP, have a direct relationship with them guys. We bought with them guys. Shout out to B Jizzle. He shouted out Lil Haiti on one of his last interviews. He was reminiscing about the time we was in Circle House together. And when he was talking Kitty K, I felt every bit of it because I can remember them times, had the bitches in one room, we gambling outside, you feel me? Big dice game going on, you know what I mean? Music being made. That's how the Tear It Down song was made right there in Circle House Studios. Right about that time he talking about, Kitty K. 1999 and 2000.
And I think that's the hottest verse Turk ever
that is
put
the
on
hottest
a track.
Now, if they really want to talk about that Turk and BG versus thing, which I don't think Turk got a catalog to match BG, and like everybody say, man, and Turk should have stayed in his motherfucking lane because he know, come on, man, that's big bro BG. He been on the Cash
And Turk,
Money
you
down.
our brother, but you out of pocket for that one, my brother. You out of pocket.
But ever since I know Turk, man, like back in the days, even when he was gone off that thing back in the day when they were young niggas, he was always like a little hot-headed one. You feel me?
Jump.
So,
when they was jump, I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
But the first time, I didn't know that young niggas did heroin, because we come from Miami.
Right.
The worst niggas did from Miami, they smoked a little dirty, smoked a little lace, but niggas ain't never played with that heroin.
Right.
The first time I
And
seen
be out
them
there,
boys,
like young niggas, that's a different style. See,
when I seen Turk and them boys with that needle, man, it changed my whole perspective of the game.
Right.
And it made me realize where they really came from. That's why they gravitated to us so fast, because we was real hood niggas. And where they came from, it was real.
Right.
You understand me? The lingo was different, but the gangster shit was
style.
real.
Yeah, the style
and
was
coming up in
parallel.
New Orleans, the Magnolia Projects, and 80% of these niggas on heroin. It's one thing to be a killer with off drugs, but when you on heroin and this and that, so they came from some shit. And Baby, I thought Baby just popped up.
Them boys,
Listen, I had a misconception of Baby because I thought he just popped up with Cash Money, and that was his first run.
Right.
I didn't realize that Baby been had a run with UNLV.
Yeah.
He been in the music game, took ups and downs, and he realized with the Hotboys, he realized his brother, Giggity and them, they was the real Hot Boys. He just took the street.
OG, man, OG saying that they really ain't brothers, man. You know the OG dude that's on top of Gangsta Head right now?
I believe they have brothers, because the story that they tell, it all adds up. But for Baby to take that street essence and make his rappers become the Hot Boys, and change his whole rap game to that, because it was a time in the 90s that a lot of street niggas wanted to be rappers, because it was one time in the 80s that real street niggas laughed at rappers. But as the years went on, the street niggas realized these rappers rapping about our lives.
Right.
So we could do it better than them. So Baby, he was able to take the street Hot Boys and turn it into the music Hot Boys. Then when he came to Miami and met the original type niggas that's in the streets, Zoe Pound, and they handle their business like the Hot Boys in New Orleans, it was something he never seen before.
Right.
And he saw these niggas getting money.
Right.
See, when Baby met us, he seen a bunch of young rich niggas doing what he used to do, and we was doing it in his face, and we was doing it in Miami.
Yeah.
So the love,
and we was doing business, trying to come up. So
everything, we never had our hand out for anything.
Never.
That's why he respected it. Some of our older niggas got in with Baby and did their things. We got in with them with the music.
For sure.
But what they felt with us was so real. That's why the connection was always there.
It was always,
you understand me? And the relationship that we got with BG and Turk, because they both had real love for Zoe Pound.
Oh yeah, they did.
They blessed our tracks off the music, on the music. They really had love for the boys even to the day. Yeah. So for me to see BG and Turk going through it, it's kind of crazy.
Right.
But Turk gotta stay in his lane. See, this is when we go back to perception over reality.
Right.
So the perception is, Turk, yeah, you is one of the original Hotboys, and BG and Juvenile went and sold millions and millions of records, but you didn't. See, that's a perception that you did.
I mean, even up until today, like, why he relevant now, you still ain't doing it now. He just came out with Joseph. I think it comes out today as we
Joseph.
speak. So,
y'all go support Turk out.
So we gonna see, but I mean,
he not on the level
from Cash Money catalog all the way up to now.
Made legendary mixtapes.
Yes, sir.
400 Degrees going down in history. We don't gotta talk about Lil Wayne.
Right.
He speaks for itself. Turk supposed to keep quiet, play the role, get your money, get in where you fit in. You understand me? You supposed to never have no egos.
Right.
When I was getting money with my niggas, I never had an ego. I never seen what a nigga
But you know what I think it stemmed from though? I'm gonna tell you what's really going on too. Now, you can see, right? All them boys had their little differences, right, with Cash Money, right? They say what they look that, but respectively, they made amends with Baby, right? And Baby respected them because Baby really had a tight relationship with them growing up, milking them, not milking them, but shaping and molding them boys, putting them in that right environment. Like BG said, he a real nigga from the street. So Birdman saved his life when he put him in, you know, in the crew, and he started getting, you know, money with Birdman, even though at the beginning they had the problem, and now he even got his money on even more because they eating now. But anyway, for them boys to get back at one accord with each other, it was just something about Turk. The way whenever he snapped on Birdman for what he said, even for what he said about the Genevas and watch, the fake Rolex watch. He wasn't saying the watches was fake gold, they was fake Rolexes, what he was saying. Like, they was real gold watches, but they weren't Rolexes. Them Genevas looked like Rolexes. But, you know, the shit went another way. But
it made him look flawed, though.
It made him look flawed, and he didn't want to stand down. He had the arrogance, like, he wasn't going to respect Baby for, you know, everybody else respect Baby for. Like, at the end of the day, you fucked us on some money, but you put us in the game. Like, our name forever gold. And now we even got an opportunity to make more money, and we humble with it. You ain't see Turk, he always had that, like, arrogance. You know what I'm saying? With that YNT shit he got, you know, and it's like, he try to act like
he remind me of Young Buck with the G gang with
he
the
act
G
like
unit.
he fuck with him, but you could tell he separated.
There's
like,
a little slight animosity, a little beef, like he watching their pockets and shit.
So Wayne, Juvie, all of them was giving them a chance, cause it was only about like they seen it was Birdman and then BG about the little shirt shit. But then now when your record coming out, you throwing shots at Wayne. You throwing shots at everybody. BG.
He going crazy talking about there ain't no tour without him.
You know.
See, now that's delusional. So now we past perception and reality. We going to the next level of delusion.
Right.
Because it's another disease out here called delusionary. A lot of people delusion. A lot of people forgetting about the past. You understand me? Very. A lot of people, since it's something called the internet, they want to rewrite their history.
Right.
You cannot rewrite history.
Like right here in our camp. Because there was a lot of people asking me, even in the comments, man, what's up with y'all boys, man? You know, y'all had the artists, y'all had Red Eye Blind, G-Child, and Ksoo. Y'all had the artists, you know, Zoe Pound was making noise with them artists. We know y'all boys the street. we know y'all boys the street and y'all boys was behind the music, but what's really going on? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I already let them know that it was gonna be known about certain artists, especially.
Hold on, John. Wait, I don't mean to cut you off. So you trying to say the people already know the story about the streets?
Oh yeah,
but they interested in what's the behind the scenes, what
Yes,
happened
sir.
with the music.
Yes,
because
sir.
Zoe Pound was in a position
And
to
they
go
kinda-
to the top.
and
They want to
kinda
know what
confused.
happened.
Like they kind of confused. They got artists that they think that was probably had their own money behind shit, or they was behind the Zoe Pound machine that made the artists stick out as far as executive producer, meaning, you know, putting the bread in it. See, Zoe Pound story is all broken up in pieces, so they really only know one or two people, like the Red Eye and the Ksoo's. Because at the end of the day, whenever you ever heard about Zoe Pound, whenever you heard Gangland and all that other stuff.
To be perfectly honest, it would be natural for these people that a lot of people only knew about Zoe Pound through Gangland, right?
That's it.
And it was a time when 90% of the real boys like you, Thump, you know, real niggas that was a part of this shit was in the feds. Nick, his brother.
Right.
So when we did the Gangland shit, it was more 5% of the boys and 90% of other shit.
Right.
Assuming of artists, people from our hood.
Okay.
So it's a lot of misperceptions when you watch the Gangland. If that's your introduction of Zoe Pound, and you seen these certain faces like Red Eyes. Red Eye was the face of Zoe Pound for a long time for the music.
The music branch.
And it's understandable because at the time, 90% of the music niggas was locked up, even the street niggas.
Right.
So when we had our little separations, because the people want to know what happened.
Right.
We was all young. A lot of niggas had egos. A lot of niggas didn't have the same dream. 99% of us had the same dream, but it was 1% of niggas had their own plan.